Yeah, we're not the type to play games, you can stay claims. Came to show the movement moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lash and your neck will break. Never let it stray, so say it wrong or set it straight. So coming at us with an awkward demeanor is leaving your life in the dead of face. So pedal straight, avoid these shots, we send it all costs. Truly believing that it'll be different, we watching your body get hauled off. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit.
Bam! Punch to the face, broadcasting live from Site B on a lovely spring morning on Monday, the 17th of June, 2024. Starting a little late today, sorry. It's about 8:20. It is gorgeous and sunny outside at the moment, but a little cold, which is weird. Hopefully you all had a great Father's Day yesterday and are ready for another week as we bring June slowly to an end. Convention season is upon us. Free RPG Day is upon us. RPG a day contest. It's summer, which summer means always usually good things for the hobby, hopefully. So it's time to head on over to the land of links and check out all the stuff that is free this week, that is on sale this week, that is marked down this week, and most importantly, all the tabletop role-playing game bundles. But remember, boys and girls, before we start, as always, these are PDFs. These are digital products. They do not exist in the real world. And because these are digital products, before you open or install anything, please double check everything for viruses, malware, phishing things, worms, all those other things. Just got a huge warning again this morning from Norton about viruses and malware that's going around again. So yeah, just anytime you see a link, digital, a PDF, a FTT, whatever, check them for viruses. Please. In regards to the charities that we mention every week when we do these, maybe you just want to skip the bundle and give the money directly to the charity of your choice, like Team Primetime. All right, let's start with freebies on the drive-through and the DM's Guild. First, of course, we do have, if you are lucky enough to live near a game store that is doing Free RPG Day, which is June 22nd, here is the list of everything we know so far that is going to be available at Free RPG Day, depending upon how much money each store invests to get the box. We'll go over this possibly later on today about Free RPG Day, or we might not. But anyways, here's the list. And here's the link, which I've included if you want to find out if there is a store where you live that's doing it and what you might be able to grab for Free RPG Day from them. Free RPG Day is like Free Comic Book Day, but just not as good. All right, we obviously have something from Marvel. This is for the Marvel role-playing game, not the good one, the current one, the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. This is called Tony's Workshop, and it's a source book of inventions and generators and gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Magnetic Press Play has released a preview for their Planet of the Apes role-playing game using the West End Games D6 system. I love the West End Games D6 system. As you know, it's always nice to see it getting another little awareness, but I mean, Planet of the Apes role-playing game? First, we're like, what, 80 years too late? I mean, okay, yeah, there was a new Planet of the Apes movie, but really? You either play a human trying to escape the apes, or you play an ape. I mean, I suppose it could just be like any other post-apocalypse role-playing game, just with the added thing that there's, you're either an ape or a human. Why did the virus affect anybody else? It affects apes and all the various species of the apes, and I guess it affected monkeys, but it didn't affect any others. Were there, it's hyper-intelligent talking elephants too? What about pigs? We're very genetically close to pigs. That's why they use pigs for a lot of the experiments they do in like limb replacement. What about, super intelligent pig? But I guess Planet of the Pigs didn't, work well as Planet of the Apes. Speaking of Planet, because we have a new Star Trek Adventures mission briefing available for free. See how I segued? Yeah. Star Trek Adventures mission briefs are available, which is stuff for the Star Trek role-playing game from Modiphius. So, yeah, that's available on Drive-Thru. There's a new cut version of Basic Fantasy Role-Playing. If you own only one OGL OSR, this is the one to get, because for one other, it's only like $5. All right, the $8 now. So it's for under $10, you can get the this one. It's one of the few I own. It's it's simple, it's best. It's a great starter, old school, basic fantasy D&D type thing. So yeah, if you only own one, this is the one to own. So link down below if you want to pick this one. Big fan of that one. And they also released some adventures for that. This is the new version adventure, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 adventures for basic fantasy, which you could also use for any D20. Monster of the Week has released some new stuff. We haven't heard from Monster of the Week in a while. We've got a 1950s drive-in horror movie type thing. So I guess it offers some different ideas for giant monsters and Monsters of the Week. This is specifically insects, because a lot of the giant monster movies, what we became known as kaiju movies, started in the early 1950s. With the black and white post-apocalypse, post-nuclear giant insect themes, right? Them, all the giant spiders and giant insects. So yeah, class back. So instead of your Monster of the Week being a slasher or a ghost, it could be a giant insect or something. I love giant insects. Giant insects do not get enough love. A Simple Tale has released a mystery generator. It's a random table and mystery solving rules, so you could add a mystery to your tabletop role-playing game of choice, probably D&D, but whatever. Mysteries are hard to run, so it's always nice to see somebody trying to present rules on how to do a mystery game. Howdy, folks. But mysteries are always hard to run, especially in a game where there's magic. It's really hard to do a mystery where your players have access to things that, like, detect lie, locate body, follow the path, ask. And if you've got a cleric in the party, that makes mystery solving really hard, because all the cleric has to do is go, Argery, did Reverend Jones kill the guy? And Argery has to tell you yes or no, right? So yeah. So if this individual has come up with a way to do mysteries in a magical world, that would be nice, and it's free. So couldn't bother looking at it. Then we have some rules for expanded inventory and carrying capacity, because yeah, that's something we need. Interesting new ways to do inventory and carrying capacity. Really? We have an adventure for the Ravenloft from the people who've been doing the new Ravenloft worlds. This one is another Disney themed. This one is based upon what's called Green Lake Prison Camp. It's set in a desert prison on a dry lake bed, and the whole. But I'm not sure what's Disney would be this one based upon. All right, I thought I knew Disney. Holes. Remember that weird movie they did about the guys who were in the desert digging holes? So it was like a prison, and the kids had to go there, and nobody knew what they were digging for. So this is an entire domain of horror based upon that Disney movie Holes. That's the only thing I can think of. Anthony Costello has released an encounter tracker file. So There's a PowerPoint presentation thing where you could help you keep track of what's going on in your various things. So you download it, you open it up in your PowerPoint or Excel of choice, and you have an encounter tracker file, and then you just print it out, and you can just keep track, blah, blah, blah. Or you could just use a blank piece of paper like everybody else. We have an adventure around dash hounds. This adventure is called Dolby's Instant Dash Hound. It adds to the list of Darwin's instant summons magic items like the instant mule or the instant elephant. This one's a dash hound, a wondrous magic item that summons a friendly dog once per day. Okay. We've got some printable stand-ups for the Dungeons and Dragons starter set characters that look, a lot like certain characters from a certain cartoon. So now you can have these little stand-up pawns, your little paper stand-ups of Eric and all the other guys and Dungeon Master and Venger. And if you don't want to buy the figures, you can just print these out, fold them up, and then make little stand-ups of them. And it also comes with a VTT file if you want to add tokens to the VTT. Doesn't say which VTT. I'm going to assume it's Roll20, since that's the one that has the deal with Wizards right now. And because it is a VTT file, before you install it and open it, please double check for viruses. Thank you very much. Okay, lightning round. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 brand new maps for various places of mapping and dungeoning and stuff like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 new subclasses, backgrounds, stuff like that for 5e. Remember, these are odd drive-through and DM's guilds, so they are technically canon, official, hardback, canon official, approved Wizards of the Coast 5e classes that you can use at 5e thingies, at least until September, when everything changes. Moving on to sales. Got a few this week. We've got the Eberron Anniversary Sale going over on Drive-Thru. 20% off everything that has been written from Eberron. 800 titles. It's about 700 more than I ever thought was ever written for Eberron. But okay, if you are a fan of Keith Baker's Eberron setting, here's 20% off everything that's ever been created by Keith or anybody else for the Eberron setting on sale. Happy birthday, Eberron. Congratulations, Keith, for winning that cost test all those years ago. We've got a map bundle from Skirmish Publishing. This features 7 different bundles of maps covering both fantasy and real world maps for $5. We've got the Jungle Jamboree bundle featuring over a dungeon collection of jungle-themed map tiles. So you can VTT them and put them together to make a brand new map, or put them, print them out as whatever for $44. $44 for maps of jungles. First off, yeah, those are things I can get it for free. We've also got a Holy Temple bundle. This is $5 for a bunch of maps of temples, both for VTT and for printout. Again, just whole map of temple. Tuesday Night Games has released a collection of motherships. Yeah, motherships still kicking ass. This is $60, and it's got the rules for Mothership. It's got a whole bunch of other supplements for Mothership and some adventures for Mothership. This is the greatest science fiction game that nobody, has had so many different things hacked for it and made for it, stuff like that. Yes, so Mothership, including the actual rules. We've got a biblical RPG game that has come out. This one is from Thiago Gomez. Okay, first word, Thiago. Second word, Gomes. Tygo Gomez. Anyways, it's a RPG biblical one. Got a player's guide, a narrator guide, the guide to the biblical war, a monster manual type thing, and various NPCs of biblical themed past, present, and future. So if you are looking for a religious RPG, this one is $13. And we've got a Shadowrun bundle. This one comes to us from Sysop. Alternate rules for Shadowrun, matrix building, all that cyber hacking thing. And did you read that they actually put a chip in someone's head? Elon Musk did it. He had a chip installed in some person or some animal's head, and that person or animal, I'm not sure which because the article is very vague, is now using their brain to control computers. So we knew that, speaking of Shadowrun and cyberpunk and net running, and we knew that Elon Musk was actually considering doing this, and now apparently he has done it because, that's frightening. And finally, the bundles. Charity bundle number 1 is for charities that are helping out in the situation in the Middle East. This is on Itch.io. It's called Tabletop Role-Playing Games for Palestine Bundle. It's got 643 various things in it. All the funds go to various charities that are helping with the victims of what's going on in the Middle East. We've got a Goodman Games bundle for Metamorphosis Alpha. There's a name you haven't heard from a while. This is a whole bunch of stuff for the Metamorphosis Alpha role-playing game. The funds go to support food banks. It's $10. Catalyst Games has released a Shadowrun 5th edition bundle. This is called the SR5 Essential Bundles. It contains all the essentials you would need to start running a Shadowrun game, including the rules, source books, books of weapons, stuff like that, books on magic, books on hacking. It's $20, and it goes to support the Diana Jones Emerging Designer Program, which you'll remember I was nominated for this year. Didn't win, but I was nominated. I was nominated for the Diana Jones Award this year. How awesome is that? We've also got a mission bundles for Shadowrun 5th edition for $20, containing a whole bunch of adventures for Shadowrun. So if you are looking to jump on the Shadowrun bandwagon, this might be a good way to do it. Again, this also supports the Diana Jones Emerging Designer Program. Did you know I was nominated for the Diana Jones award this year? I was nominated. I didn't make it into the finalists, but I was nominated. How cool is that? We've got a bundle of maps. This bundle seems to just sort of reappear every couple weeks. So we've mentioned this bundle before. Now it's been reemerged and running through July 1st. This is the Campaign Cartographer bundle. It's about $30 to get you Campaign Cartographer 3, symbol set, various source maps to play around with, City Designer 3, Dungeon Designer 3, huge programs that used to be $50, $100 each. Now you can get it for $30 along with a whole bunch of other stuff. This goes to support Save the Children type societies, so charities that are helping abuse kids. If you do pick up this bundle and you do decide I'm going to use these vast programs, double check them for viruses. If you're a fan of Warhammer 40K, we've got the Worlds of Warhammer 40K bundle from the Black Library. We talk about the Black Library all the time. It's got a whole bunch of novels, 27 total novels set in and around the world of Warhammer 40K, all from the amazingly huge Black Library. This is $20, and this goes to support libraries. So a percentage of the funds will go to support various libraries and charities that support libraries. We've got a Pathfinder Fantasy Grounds bundle. This includes a whole bunch of stuff for Pathfinder rules, adventures, stuff like that. VTT files of maps and things like that. So if you're looking to install Pathfinder type stuff onto your VTT fantasy grounds of choice, it's $30. Today's the last day you can get it, and it goes to support various children's charities, specifically the Children's Miracle Network. We've got the Delta Green bundle from Arc Dreams Publishing. Contains everything you would need to play Delta Green. The core rules, various adventures, various source books, stuff like that. $18 goes to support Covenant House, halfway houses, homeless housing, that kind of thing. And it's Delta Green. So if you've ever wanted to play a game like Call of Cthulhu, but instead of being an idiot, you actually have the weapons to deal with the Call of Cthulhu type things, Delta Green is the game to play. And speaking of bundles, yours truly has also made a bundle. That bundle's available on Drive-Thru. It contains all the Wretched Vigilantes things that I have put on Drive-Thru so far. The Henchman Sings the Blues source book and 2 adventure books set in and around the world of Wretched Vigilantes. It contains the Supermax books, which details the various super prisons that I designed for the Wretched Vigilantes world, and the Fresno, Nevada campaign setting for the Wretched Vigilantes world. So if you're interested in supporting me, link down below. And of course, if you do open them, you should check them for viruses, because Lord knows what insidious things I might have installed in my PDFs. Like, I'm smart enough to have done that. And that appears to be it. So let's go back to where we started. If you are lucky enough to have a store where you live that is doing free RPG Day, you can go to this site right here and you can check. And then there's a list of all the different companies that are supplying things for free RPG Day. And that's only if the store in question buys the largest pack. Unlike on paper, free RPG Day sounds like a good idea. In actual reality, yeah. I had one store where I lived, did it 1 year, and it's just, I got mad at him because they didn't do it every year until the guy explained to me and showed me it. And then I was like, oh man, dude, I'm so sorry for giving you shit about this. Yeah. It's unlike Free Comic Book Day where you get a ton of stuff. This one's a little harder to deal with. But anyways, if you are lucky enough to find a store near you that does it, here is the site if you want to check. Find participating store near you. Let's check my city. Nope, none. The closest to me is Burbank. Lucky me. Yay. Nice selection of stuff for free. Nothing that really stands out. Like I would want to run and go there. Not even the cool, some dice maybe. That's about it. And that's only if they bought the full pack. They got them the dice sets. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. So hopefully you saw something there that you liked. If you do have $9, the soft cover for basic fantasy RPG 4th Rules is good. If you're looking for a good general starter OSR type game. Tanker just did a huge video about what OSR means. And that could spiral off into a whole nother thing. So we already know what the #1 news story of this week is going to be. People arguing over what OSR means. Probably just the best thing to do is just head on over to Drive-Thru and buy my merch. Till next time, I'm the OG GM. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you never want to again, let me know. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by August 4th of this year. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.